Leandro, could you speak to me about your incredible project, the Reefline?
The Reefline. The project, actually, my project is title is Concrete Coral. Is part of the Reefline. The Reefline is 11 kilometers long project that will take place right here in front of the about 300 meters from the beach in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
And my project, Concrete Coral, is the first installation of a series of art installations that have been planned for this. My project consists on 22 cars that are set on the bottom of the ocean as if they would be creating a situation of a traffic jam kind of thing. And so they are there. Today I visit them for the first time. I went down, I scuba dive, and it's very interesting because it's been not even 2 months since the time we deploy the cars, and already this art installation is changing and it's full of life. There is, because the main concept of this Reefline is to create a kind of hybrid situation where the artwork is not meant to last as they are, rather they are meant to be transformed by nature.
No, but the principle itself, there's an ecological principle about the base of the installation.
Reefline? Yes. Well, there is an ecological principle in the sense that you may don't know, but Miami Beach is a human construction, and there were a lot of in this area there was an existing coral reef that has been destroyed in the process of the construction of this length of resort beach. And also there were manglers. I mean, so the topography and the land we see today is not what was at the beginning. It's not part of the natural world. So even though this project is not capable to create real coral reef, it, let's say, is potentially able to create a garden, a coral garden, a situation where natural life will find an habitat. So the work itself becomes the habitat.
But it's supposed to protect the city too, no?
Well, a reef protects a city. In order, the construction of what we are doing to be scientifically speaking has not the scale to protect the city in the way that a real reef would do. But still,
it's part of it, no?
well, it's not part of it, but it's in the line of it. So let's say we are inscribing. This is very important because what you're asking is a crucial thing, and there was some misleading information. So we have been working with scientists that work with coral. I would try for you to go and visit the lab here in Miami, where they are gardening coral in a lab. Those corals are going to be planted in the work.
On
my sculptures.
On the cars.
On the cars. And they will grow. But besides these corals.
And what will be the effect?
Well, they will start to colonize the cars. And but even before, because we are waiting for the permit, because everything requires a permit in order to whatever you you plant, the life you bring into the ocean.
Yes.
And so probably this will be in January, sometime in January, February, we will start planting the corals on the cars. But already now, you have the cars are already
Invaded
and covered by algae and all kind of shells, and so it's amazing how fast this goes.
So normally, most of the time, you are working on illusion. Is there an illusion here?
Well, I would always say that most of the time I'm working with perception. I think illusion, it deals with perception, but perception and illusion are not the same thing. I think I'm interested in perception because it deals with a process of how we understand things and how we build the idea. Our knowledge is based on perception.
And in this case?
In this case, well, in this case, I think it's different. I mean, there are, if we're talking about optical perception or optical illusion, I don't think you have such a thing as you have in the swimming pool or in Benhamou. But I think that most people know this work because it's the work that is it's a very Instagrammable, or it's a lot of, it's very photogenic for social media.
Yes. What work do you speak about?
The swimming pool,
Yes.
But
this one is a bit frustrating for an artist because we are not able to see it.
Yeah, we are not able to see, but many people didn't see the swimming pool in Kanazawa, and many people didn't see Benhamou.
I saw the swimming pool in Kanazawa.
And still, I don't know. I think it's completely different to experience a work and to see it on a magazine or on a video or on social media. But still, I believe that there's an image that nevertheless arise and in someone's brain, and then already something starts to exist. So when you're saying about this work and whether it's possible to see it or not see it, I mean, there are many things that happen in this installation that are very atypical from the perspective of the artist. One is that the audience is limited, of course, but the other thing, and I'm very satisfied with this, is that unlike most of the things we do, artists or humans in general, we create things aiming things to last, aiming to transcend our existence. And this work will be gone. My work.
Really?
It will vanish. I mean,
it's in concrete, huh?
Yeah, the concrete will remain, but it will be completely covered by life. And the cars you see today are going to be 22 volumes, and potentially not even you would not be able to count 22.
And why did you choose cars?
Well, the cars, because it's a long story. Cars was
make it short.
Okay, Cars is I create a project in Miami Beach right here, where I create a traffic jam made out of 62 cars made out of sand. The title of that installation was Order of Importance.
When was it?
That was in 2019. That year, Jimena Caminos started to develop the project of the Reefline, and during Miami Basel, we started discussing about the idea to, following this thread of the cars. But there are many other reasons why the cars are down there. There's a fiction as well, and It's a fiction about something that relates in a way to the environment, but also relates to the fact that when you see the cars down there, there is something dystopic, you know, because the reason why it's dystopic because cars would never be down there.
But it could be a cemetery of cars.
It could be a cemetery of cars.
Like a cemetery of whales.
It could be, but it's kind of strange to be a cemetery of cars under the water. Nothing would be, nothing created by men would be underwater without being dystopic or a ruin, because we do not live under the ocean. So anything we find under the ocean would be a ship, or that sunk, or a city that has been lost.
Yes.
And so on. So it becomes immediately some kind of a reference to an archaeological situation.
And the cars are old cars?
No, they're kind of a generic, timeless. There's none of them are.
And did you have a choice for the material?
Well, the materials, they have to be made out of concrete, because each of those cars weighed about 14 tons.
Wow.
And you don't want to have any of these cars on the shore of Miami after a big storm.
So it needs to be super heavy.
Very heavy. Yes.
So what is the next step now for this project?
Just the next step is to witness how the project gets transformed by life, and it's happening very, very fast. And I think that I still, it's funny that this project started right before the pandemic, and some things get connected in a very special way, because one of the memories I have from the pandemic that struck me a lot was how much of life how much of the natural world was able to recover when we stop, when humans we remain quiet. And
the animals came.
Yes.
The birds.
Exactly.
In the city, the ducks.
Yes. Everything start to recover, really. And so, for a work that aims to create to start a conversation about nature, for a time in which I believe one of the problems is that humans, we do not understand ourselves as part of nature. This is, I think, the key. You see, to create a work that aims to disappear under the whatever nature builds on it, instead of a work of art that aims to last and transcend.
Yeah.
I think it's a very how to say, round story for the moment in which this project started.
Merci, monsieur.
Merci.